let's talk about your whole background story. Where'd you grow up exactly?
I grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey, man. Marion Projects, man. You feel me? Like, that's where I'm from. That's growing up out there. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's what I got on my back everywhere I go. So when you see me, that's what you see. That's what I represent. You know what I mean?
Okay, like growing up in those projects, you know, how old were you when you really started getting involved in the street shit?
Real young. Just being around it. You be in the street shit that's so young when you don't even know you in it. Whether you looking out for somebody or you just don't like certain people or whatever. It start off, I guess, in grammar school. You know what I mean? Like you just pick the shit up. The street shit is just so regular to us that we be around the shit so much that you don't even know that you into it until you grow up and you're like, damn, I was wilding when I was young. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Like, what do you think was your first like serious situation when you were a kid?
My first serious situation when I was a kid, I guess like in and out of the youth house when going back and forth to jail for like assaults and shit, aggravated assaults. And when I was 13, I went to the youth house too for aggravated assault or whatnot. You feel me? We was fighting all crazy and somebody's jaw got broke. I got locked up for that. It's so much shit like just being involved in the streets and around guns and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so how old were you when you first got locked up?
I was 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. Aggravated assault, and you say the guy's jaw got broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because there's a difference between just assault and aggravated assault. Aggravated assault means that it's like permanent damage.
Yeah. So that I was young though. It was a temper thing. We was all fighting and shit happened. You feel me? And somebody's jaw got broke along the way, and I got locked up for the shit. But
okay. Now you mentioned you were around guns from an early age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like how old were you when you first had your first gun?
When I had my first gun?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't want to tell nobody, you feel me? But I was real young. Like my uncle and them used to always have guns around, just laying around and shit, showing me guns when I was a little ass boy. You know what I mean? Like putting guns in my hand, like on some Menace Society shit when they put the gun in Kane hand when he was young, like teaching him how to shoot it. I was like that age, like I was real young. And being on 8 Park Street at my uncle's house, at my grandmother's house or whatever, we'd be in the basement. We'd go sneak and go get his gun. You know what I mean? Shit like that though. It was fucked up, but it was crazy. We was young as hell though. Like I say about 9 years old, probably younger than that. As far as I can remember, when I was 9, we used to go steal my uncle little Smith and Wesson, some little old rusty shit. We'd go steal that shit and go just like play with it and shit. I mean, good God bless us. They never went off on none of us on no crazy shit. You know what I mean? But I was real young around guns and shit like.
The area that you grew up in, was it a Crip, Blood area, some type of gang area at all, or was it just neighborhoods?
Nah, my city alone is like it's about blocks. Like no matter what set you is, what color you banging, like your hood come first. So like if you from this projects, your projects come first. You know what I mean? So we don't represent that whatever. Like, but if you see a homie, he cool, all right, whatever, it's all love. But like growing up from my projects, we represent our projects. So our projects come first. Everything else is second after that. You feel me? It's all love after that. If you don't respect our projects, where we grew up at, we don't respect you. So that's how it's about. Like, you know what I mean? Like everywhere in the city though, like you bang on blocks. Like how they bang over there in Cali, they bang on blocks. We bang over here on blocks. Like I'm from this block. Just so happen this person to be Blood, this person to be Crip, or it had majority of Bloods on this block or Crips on this block. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Well, you know, I mean, I know, for example, like Grape Street is real big in Jersey.
Yeah.
You know, and so forth. But like when you look at Jersey in general, is it mostly Crips, mostly Bloods, or just kind of a mix?
It's a mixture. It's real mixed. Like before, it used to be a lot of Bloods. But now it's a lot of Crips. It's real mixed. Even in the jails, like the popularities, it's still getting like popular on both ends. Like. It's enough. It'd be enough Crips. It'd be enough Bloods and shit like that. Like it's a lot of that shit out there. You know what I mean?
Okay. Did you ever get involved in any of that, or were you just basically, you know, for your projects?
I'm always gonna be for my projects, but niggas know this shit like what I'm into. You feel me? I don't like mentioning this shit because the feds be on our ass and shit over that shit. You feel me? But if you know me, you know what I'm banging. Like you know what I'm into. You feel me? So that's how that go. You feel me?
Fair enough. Now you had a situation a few years ago where you were actually charged with murder.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got acquitted from that. So
right.
What exactly was that situation about?
it's just something that transpired that was like that I'm glad, like it's a situation that happens in the hood all the time. You know what I mean? Like some people be drinking too much, like liquor get the best of them. Shit get ugly fast, you feel me? And you be there and it's like, shit happens, you know what I mean? And I'm just glad I went through that and now I'm here now, you feel me? Like every time I do interviews, people talk about this shit, but I don't really cause it ain't about nothing to me, you know what I mean? It's regular shit, like not saying like I'm too big for this shit or whatever. I'm just like I'm over that shit, like, you know what I mean? I'm here now and I'm just surfing. I'm trying to do my own thing. And that whole murder shit, that shit was crazy, man, you know what I mean? Like just going through that, like I'm just glad I'm blessed to be back out here, you know what I mean? The jury found me not guilty because I was innocent, you know what I mean? So I'm here now, you know what I mean?
Well, worst case worst, if you had, ended up blowing trial,
right?
How many years have you gotten?
I was done. Like I was finished. I was facing over 100, like, you know what I mean? Niggas know this shit, like, cause I was already out on bail for a gun charge, and the gun charge it's called certain persons, and you get 20 with a 10 for that if you lose trial on that. You know what I mean? You get 20 with a 10 for that. And then I'm locked up for murder. I'm locked up for murder and whatever that came with the murder, the gang criminality. I had gang criminality because of the gang banging shit. You know what I mean? So that shit adds up to, you know what I mean, the gang criminality separate alone, that's 30 years consecutive on top of the 20. So that's 50 right there. And we ain't even talking about losing trial on murder. Lose trial on murder, that's forever. You know what I mean? So you get that's another 100 years, you feel me? So it's like 66 years is like that's the life sentence now in my state. You get 66 with an L, you feel me? So that's what it is.
Okay, so basically, if you had lost that trial, you would have died in prison.
I'd have died in prison. Yeah, damn. Whoo, yeah, I'd have been done. I'd have died in prison, man. You wouldn't be talking to me. Nobody would care who the fuck I am because they ain't cared before. You know what I mean?
How long was it before you actually got arrested and you went to trial?
Oh, when the shit happened, 2 weeks later, I was out there though when the shit happened, you know what I mean? And I was still home, whatever, chilling, doing what I do. And 2 weeks later, I get locked up for the shit. And I sat in jail for 4 years before I even started trial. They kept postponing my shit. I've been wanting to go to trial. I've been signing trial papers. I've been trying to get this shit over with. Like, man, like, fuck it. Whatever gonna happen. Let's go. Let's roll the dice. You know what I mean? And they finally sent me to trial 2014. And I beat trial June 20th, 2014. And I still had more time to do for my gun charge. So that's why I stayed in jail for a whole nother year. And I came home in June.
Okay, so for 4 years, you were in a cell wondering if you're gonna stay there forever.
Word. That shit was serious.
I mean, what really goes through your head on a day-to-day basis knowing that, like, you may just be there forever? This may be your future forever.
I felt like I was on life support. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best way to put it. I always say that shit. I felt like I was on life support. I'm really in a hospital and I'm hooked to machines, and any day they could come in there and pull a plug. You know what I mean? Like, and people just coming to see me. Like, you see how you come see somebody, like, you coming to see me, but it's like, who really miss you? You know what I mean? Like when you sitting on that shit so long, it's like, say if you sitting in a coma for like 6 months, the visits gonna start slowing down. When you there the first month, they gonna come, they gonna want to see you. They gonna love you, like, oh man, I hope he pulled through. But then it's like 6 months, it's like, man, what, he die already? What the fuck's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like is he gonna pull? But the people that really love you gonna really come there and probably wash you and take care of you, wanna be there for you. But I felt like I was on life support, like for real. Like it was like any day they was gonna come and pull a plug on me, and I was just gonna be dead, be there. Cause when you in jail, man, this how they say free you. They say free you when you in jail. They can say R.I.P. you too if you ain't coming home. You ain't coming home. You know what I mean? Like that's how it is. Like I know so many people, like my bros, my friends, that still call me to this day, that ain't coming home. You know what I mean? And I stunt for them. I put on for them. Like I don't give a fuck who hate. You hate, but I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for the real. You know what I mean?
So, at what point did Kenny Britt from the NFL actually post your bail? Was that when you first got locked up? Or?
Yeah, that's bro. Like, but he got in trouble for mad bullshit. He ain't even post my shit. Like, he just co-signed the bread, like, cause it's a co-signing shit, staying that the money is legit. You know what I mean? So he just like co-signed it, like, yo, I got this much money, stating like, cause they don't know where the fuck my money coming from. So I'm like, yo, I need you just to say like the money, shit like that. So that's how the shit went. Like he got in trouble for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? NFL was on his ass for nothing. Like he ain't even do nothing. You know what I mean? That's why he still fuck with me and he got away. He ain't get suspended for no games and nothing because he know he ain't do shit. They made it seem like he built me out and then they built me out. I just come home and kill people. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Like you should have left him in there, Kenny Britt. You build him out. He come home and kill everybody. You know what I mean? Like this shit crazy. You heard up.
You guys were childhood friends.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my bro, man. He used to be in the studio with me like back in the day. Like come with my cousin, we'd be in the studio. We used to have a studio in Hoboken and shit, you feel me? And he used to be in there with us or whatever, you know what I mean? We even played against each other. He played for Bayonne, I played for Lincoln. You know what I mean? He played football and shit. That's bro though. He took it though. He good.
Okay, so you're in prison for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then you get your trial date. How much did you have to spend on lawyers in a case this big?
And like my lawyer, I love my lawyer. Shout out to Adrian Edwards. She the best lawyer, man. Like she everything to me. Like she got me home. She fight for you. Like she really, really fight for you. Like the lawyer money, that shit was crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like it costed a lot. It costed a lot because I had to keep paying her. And certain people helped me because I had to pawn my jewelry and everything to get her to get the down payment on her. You know what I mean? So shit like that, like, you know what I mean? But it worked out. It worked out because I'm home, you know what I mean? She popping now. I'm popping. She been popping, but now look at me, you know what I mean? I shot her out on the songs and everything. She lit. You heard that?
Okay, so 4 years you're in jail. You get the best lawyer that you could afford.
Yes.
You sell all your jewelry, which, you know, at the end of the day, all the jewelry in the world, you can't rock that shit in prison.
Yeah, so it's fucking pawn that shit, you heard? I ain't give a fuck about it. I pawned my jewelry and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was cool with it.
How long was the actual trial from beginning to end?
It was like 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks because we had mad motion hearings, mad shit, you feel me? And jury members was dropping off and shit. Like it was crazy. Like it was mad jury people, they was subbing out. They ain't want to be a part of the shit. It was crazy, you know what I mean? I seen a motherfucker that I really, really knew, like almost about to be one of my jury members, and he gonna tell him like, nah, I know him. Nigga, get me home, motherfucker. He in there really he really tell the judge like, I can't do this shit. I know him. What? Get me home, motherfucker. You supposed to be like, nah, I don't know shit. He really was just like, nah, I don't know him. Fuck that dude too. He did some fuck shit. I'm home now.
Well, but that's one of the, you know, because I've been in trials before. That's one of the things that they ask the jurors, whether you have any connection or whether you even know the backstory. And even if you know the backstory, you're not even allowed to be on trial.
Yeah, I know.
As a juror, period.
I'm saying though, but if you pull me up there and I'm doing somebody's trial, I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I don't know shit.
Okay, but on the flip side, let's just say you win your trial and the prosecutors go and find out that y'all two know each other after the fact. It could be a mistrial and it could be a retrial. Can it?
I doubt that, but I don't know. But I'll take that risk for my man to get him home with some shit. I don't want to see nobody do life in jail. I don't want to see my worst enemy, man. You feel me? Like my brother got killed, nigga bad. I don't want to see him in jail. Free the homies, man. Let them go. Like let my enemies go. Everybody go, man. Like I don't want to see nobody in jail except the freaky niggas, man. You know, like locked up for touching people and shit like that. Like.
Okay, so it goes to trial and you beat it. How did you actually start crying when they read the verdict?
Yeah, shit was real. I ain't believe this. It felt like damn, like cause you don't like you embrace yourself so much, like yo, cause you just seeing what you seeing everybody that you going do it with, like not the people that's home, people that you doing time with. Like damn, he just lost. Now I'm up the bat. You know what I mean? So when I beat trial, I'm like damn, like I'm about to come home, and just the look on everybody's face who wasn't happy for me. It made me smile even more, and I'm like, damn, because I know so many people prayed for me to lose. Like, I went against the odds, man. Like, more people wanted to see me lose than win. And I won, you know what I mean? So it felt good. Like, I couldn't even control my emotions. Like, I was so happy, and I just started crying. Like, it was, you know what I mean? I was more happy for my mother because my mother just lost her son a year ago, and I ain't want her to lose me to the system. You know what I mean? Because that'd be 2 of us in 1 year. And she was blessed to get me now. And look, I'm doing what I gotta do. She's straight. She's straight. My family's straight. You know what I mean? Now,
in the same case, your cousin actually ended up getting 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's been, this was what, 2014 or 13 or?
Yeah, when the trial?
Well, okay, no, hold on. I mean, the actual event happened in 2010. So he's getting out, what, in 2020? something like that.
Yeah, cause my cousin did some bullshit, man. Like he copped out. He shouldn't have copped out. Like, you know what I mean? He shouldn't have copped out. Like I went to trial, he copped out. But Cuddy good though. He alright. You feel me? He copped out because like he had a Fed beef for dope or whatever, kilos and all this shit. So he had a Fed beef. So he was more worried about the Fed beef. So anything light he could have took from there, like, cause it was looking ugly for us. Like whatever. Like I had to go to trial. Like, you know what I mean? They pushed me to trial. They didn't offer me nothing. They didn't give me nothing I can handle or be like, yo, I could take this and be happy. Everything they offered me was life. Like, you know what I mean? So they like, you going to trial. It's like, they like, yo, cop out to 40 years, cop out to 30 years. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I might as well roll the dice and go to trial. You offer me whatever it is, whether anything past 20 is life to me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, fuck it. But my cousin, he copped out to the 10. He copped out to a 10, like that's the lowest. They wouldn't give me no fucking 10. He copped out to a 10 or whatever, you know what I mean? And that shit wasn't about nothing to him because he already had like 4 in, and off of 10, you do a 10 with 85, whatever, you do 8, so he got 4 left. You know what I mean? So he got 4 left, then he go to feds. He go to feds for a couple, so, like he still, the Fed law is changing, so he gonna be all right, whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm doing what I do with his money, so he gonna be all right with the lawyers and all that shit, so. All he gotta do is get the appeals over there. He more worried about the feds than over there. You feel me? Over here, you feel me? So.
Now, when you look back on the situation,
yeah,
there was a teenager who died in the whole process of this happening. Like, how do you feel about the person who died?
It's fucked up. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. It went down like that. That shit. Know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. It was a crazy night. You know what I mean? And a lot of people get a lot of enemies from this shit. But niggas know the name, niggas know the game in the streets, you know what I mean? And like I only could be me, man. I can't be nobody else, you know what I mean? Like my cousin locked up, whatever. I'm home. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, is all I can say. Like, but niggas, I tell you one thing, niggas know we ain't start that night. Straight like that. You know we ain't start. You can screw your face up, you can make whatever you want to make. But you know we ain't start that night. We ain't start, we was chilling.
Now after you beat trial, you still had a gun charge that you had to serve time for.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long did you go back in after you beat trial?
For a whole nother year. I did a whole year after that. So, cause I had a 5 with a 5. I did that whole shit, day for day.
Okay, a year is a whole lot better than life though.
Yeah, hell yeah, I did that year. I was cartwheeling that whole year, nigga. Macking, like fuck it. It is what it is, you heard? Got a year left, I could do that shit twice. I ain't give a fuck. Cause I was just facing forever. And I was still on a tear with people that was doing forever. So they drilling me in my head like, yo, you gotta remain focused, whatever. So they was preparing me to get back to the streets because they wasn't going home. So they more like, this what you gotta do if I was in your position. So I was just taking advice. You know what I mean? I never too arrogant to take advice. I always listen, you know what I mean? I don't matter how old I am, how old you is. You could be 16 years old. You know what I mean? You probably see things differently. And you trying to give me advice, you trying to tell me something, I'm still gonna listen. If you wrong, I'm gonna tell you wrong, but I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna hear you out. You know what I mean?
Now, why would they put someone who's got a year with someone who's doing life on the same tier? Because I heard they separate people like this just because
they don't give a fuck.
People get jealous and people hate, you know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't be worried about no shit like that, but I don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck though, because like it's about status, you know what I mean, on who you is or whatever. Like when you go to classification, it's just called classification. They rank you as a status, and who I am as far as like the person I am, my status is high. So they put me where the high ranked people at, you know what I mean? So I'll be around them like that. You know what I mean? Okay.
So what date did you actually get out, period?
June 13th. June 13th, 2015.
2015. So you've been out less than 6 months.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So how did it feel to actually walk out of that prison and kind of start continuing your life again?
I do up, man. I was so excited. I do up. My shorty came and got me at the time, whatever. She came and got me or whatever. And we was driving around. My emotions, I was too excited. Like, oh, I'm really home. Like, I start throwing up, man. Like, I was too excited. Like, and I just was happy as hell to go back and see my kids, my family, my moms, see everybody, see my real friends, see the real people that really love me. Cause you know who love you, you know who don't. Go and do that shit, you find out. It ain't hard. You find out fast. It don't take long. You find out real fast. Like your first couple months, you don't know who really care about you.
Okay. So you went through all that. You basically, you escaped doing life in prison.
Right.
Did you really go through a serious thought process and say, I got to change this, this, and this about my life, because if I continue doing the shit I was doing before, I'm going to be ending up right in the same place again?
Yeah. I live differently. Like, I'm programmed differently. Like, as far as it ain't about me no more. I can't do what I want to do. It ain't about what I want to do no more. Like I'm going to do it because I know I got to do it for myself in order for others to have. But it ain't about me no more, meaning like I live for my brother. I live for all my niggas that's gone, that got killed while I was in jail or while I was out there. You know what I mean? Instead of it's about like a bigger vision. Instead of moving crazy and going back to jail, I'd rather pull up in a Lambo, boom, and had a license plate say, rest in peace, bang on him, or rest in peace, one of my bros, so I could name a car after my bro. Like, it's a different way of doing it. Like, my niggas need tombstones, you know what I mean? So it's like, we doing it like that. I'm a real nigga, so at the end of the day, like, I'm living differently, like, and I won't let nobody distract me. I gotta put on for my brother. I gotta do this shit for my brother, because my brother was my biggest fan. You know what I mean? He ain't here no more. That's why I say every day, June 30th. You know what I mean? And my bro Mark just got killed like a couple months, like 2 months ago. You feel me? Fucked the whole hood up because I was doing so much for my hood, like making my hood look good, and they took my little bro Mark from me. That's my little bro. He look up to me. I hug to go to his mom, go to the funeral. I don't even want to do. I said I wasn't doing no more funerals after my brother got killed. I go to the funeral, hug his moms. When I hug his moms at the repast or whatever, man, she say to me like, keep doing, because what he said, bro was about to quit his job because he had believed in me so much. You know what I mean? So it's so much weight on my shoulders, and I ain't trying to let nobody down, because so many people let me down, and I ain't trying to let nobody down. No matter who distract me, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it moving and do what I gotta do. That's how.
They don't really portray Chicago like that. And he did a lot of funny shit with it, man. And it just made me laugh at certain moments, and I think that wasn't smart to do it like that.
We were sitting in, and like, you know, the energy just started getting thick between us, and then I was getting aggravated. He was like, oh, I think we should leave. And I was like, yeah, I think you should leave. So I was like, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean?